Hey everybody, so today we're going to be making a coconut cucumber face wash. This is a really soothing face wash that is great for all skin types, so I think you guys are going to love it. So first off, this is the recipe written out in percents, so you guys can just screenshot it and refer back to it whenever you want. And if you guys don't know how to transfer a recipe from percents to a weighed out formula, I will link down in the description box to a video that explains exactly how to do that. I also want to mention that I do have a Patreon now, and over on my Patreon I offer a blog with blog posts that go right along with all my recipes. So if you want more like substitutions and just more in-depth explanations of these recipes, hop on over there. You can also download the recipe itself and print it out and just refer back to it later whenever you want, and you can make your own like little TaraLee booklet of skincare product recipes. But anyways, let's just get into the recipe. So the first thing you need, as always, is a digital scale that weighs to 0.01 grams and some kind of heat-safe container. So let's start out with our water phase and weigh out 33.6 grams of distilled water, 6 grams of vegetable glycerin. Then we're going to be adding in our surfactants. I'm using a combination of Coco Glucoside and gentle foam. Any surfactant will work here. You can head on over to my blog on my Patreon to see other types of substitutions if you would like. Also, if you don't know what a surfactant is, it's the ingredient in the product that creates lather and cleanses the skin. So I started with 12 grams of gentle foam and 12 grams of Coco Glucoside. All the ingredients I use in this video will be linked down in the description box. Then I used 24 grams of rose water, and then followed with some coconut water. So coconut water is full of essential amino acids while also containing enzymes, antioxidants, and phytonutrients. It provides anti-aging benefits, is an antimicrobial, and can help problem skin. So I added in 6 grams of the coconut water. I then added in some rice protein. So rice protein can increase moisture retention and is an effective anti-irritant and leaves a smooth, dry feel on the skin. So I added in 2.4 grams of the rice protein. So that is it for our water phase, so go ahead and take your beaker and set it to the side and grab another heat-safe container to weigh out your oil phase. Now this oil phase is pretty short because all we're going to be using is one ingredient, and that ingredient is hempseed oil. And I'm weighing out 12 grams of the hempseed oil. You can use whatever carrier oil you would like here. I just chose to use hempseed oil because I really like this oil. So now you want to take a pan, fill it up with about an inch or 2 of water depending on how big your containers are, and place both of your containers into the pan. Then you want to cover it up with some aluminum foil to avoid anything from falling in and to prevent any evaporation of water. So you want to heat this to 158 degrees Fahrenheit and hold it there for 20 minutes. And the best way to keep track of your temperature to make sure it reaches 158 degrees is to use a temperature gun. I'll link down below to where I purchased this one, along with everything else I'm using in this video. So once everything has been heated, while it's still warm, you want to weigh out your soy lecithin in your oil phase. So soy lecithin is an emulsifier and it will help blend the oils with the water. So I weighed out 2.4 grams of the soy lecithin, poured it in my oil phase like I said, and you want to mix the soy lecithin up into the hemp seed oil or whatever carrier oil you decide to use until it dissolves. Once it is dissolved, go ahead and grab your water phase while it is still warm as well and pour it into your oil phase. It's always best to pour the water into the oil, not the other way around. Then give it a good mix. And while it's still warm, you want to lower the pH. I went for a pH around 5.5, and if you don't know why I'm balancing the pH or how to do it, then go over and check out my video on how to balance pH levels for cosmetics, and it'll explain everything you need to know about balanced pH levels, how to raise them and how to lower them, and why we do this. Anyways, now that is done, you want to go ahead and thicken up your face wash. Obviously, this is optional. If you don't care for it to be thickened, you don't have to. But I'm using xanthan gum to thicken my face wash, and I weighed out 1.2 grams of the xanthan gum. And you want to make sure you're doing this while it's still warm because the warmness will help dissolve the xanthan gum better. So in the past, I've always used an immersion blender here to blend it up, and the immersion blender does make the process go quicker, but after you do that, you have to wait for all the bubbles and foam to go away, which can take to like 2 days sometimes. So I'm just going to be using some elbow grease and mixing up with my hand. This can take quite some time, so you do need some patience for this. So whichever way you prefer, I personally just prefer hand mixing it now. Just keep mixing it until it thickens up. Also, once you do mix it up, it will take about a full 24 hours for it to get to its full thickness. So now that this is all thickened up and has returned to room temperature, it's time to add our cool down ingredients. I started with some cucumber extract. Cucumber extract helps soothe skin irritations and reduces swelling. It can improve the complexion and health of skin, and is naturally hydrating and a must for glowing skin. So I added in 4.8 grams of the cucumber extract. So for the preservative, I'm using Luicidal SF Complete, and I'm adding in 3.6 grams of the preservative. Then we are just mixing everything up together. Make sure it's nice and well blended. And you're done. Now it's time to package it up. I will link down below where I purchased these little plastic 4-ounce bottles. So just pour in your face wash and you're almost done. We're going to do one more thing. This last part is optional, but I created a little custom label. I like to label my products, makes them look a little bit more professional. But if you want to learn how to make homemade labels that are waterproof, I'll link down below to my videos that show you guys how to make homemade labels and how to waterproof them. So I do hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Like I said at the beginning, I do have a Patreon where I post blogs that go along with all my videos, all my recipes, and everything. That way you can see different substitutions and just more in-depth methods of making cosmetics that just would take way too long to explain in every single one of my videos. So I'll link my Patreon down below. And also with my Patreon, you can get early access to videos. Also, I do sell homemade skincare products over on my Etsy shop. I'll link my Etsy shop down below. Just everything's going to be linked down below. Anything you possibly need in this video will be linked down below. So I hope you guys have a wonderful week and hope to see you guys next time. Bye!
I'm stuck in the motions. I've been consumed by the wrath of time like I'm frozen. I'm shattered in this life. It's still the path that I've chosen. Because I've had a vision, now I'm on a mission to find myself.